Looks like we are live. Welcome back, guys. Let me just have a look at the quality of the stream on Facebook, just to make sure that we did not forget Facebook. Let's see. This should be on our Facebook group channel. Yes, we are live. Awesome. This is starting to work out a lot better time after time. I'm loving this. Welcome back to our daily Bitcoin talk. Welcome back to the action. There's been a lot of progress. A lot of stuff has happened in the past 24 hours. And let's just start off with a recap of where we left off last stream. So let me make those invisible first, so that I'm going to give them a name, because otherwise we might lose them. Which one is this? Okay, and this one, that was this one. Okay, so I hope you guys know how to do this, because this is an easy way to keep your charts a lot cleaner, because of the clutter. You know, you can hit this little icon here. This is the object tree, and this is where you have all your trend lines, so you can find them easily, and you can make them visible, invisible, if you don't know exactly which one it is you have selected. So this one is this one here. And as you can see, we can make it invisible, we can make it reappear. So if by any chance you did something completely wrong, and you lost your trend lines by making them invisible, then you can easily make them reappear. So this one is not valid anymore, and we're just going to use this red trend line. We're not going to draw a new one, just to get back at the drawings that we had yesterday. So I think we had something like this set up, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was not a really pretty trend line, if I remember correctly. Must have been something like this. So what did we say? We were in a channel. We were in a downwards channel, a negative channel. Not negative because it wasn't good. It was a very good channel. But like a negative, a downward trending slope. And what did I say? Negative slopes are actually really easy to break out to the upside just by moving sideways. Already you don't need a lot of extra volume to see the price peak out and start showing a little bit more signs of strength. Now, what did we say? The most important thing I mentioned was that if price would close above this high here, no, this one, we would, no, if price closes lower than this one, making here a bearish divergence, that would have been bad. If price, so you know, the margins were really tight. Same thing went for here. If price would have been shooting up a little bit higher, making a bearish divergence with this area, that would have been bad. So staying below, making a lower low, is actually a healthy thing. Now here we can see on this high, we did close. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you see it quite a little bit better, and let's Let's get rid of the volume profile. Now, price here did manage to close right above this high here, making a higher high on the RSI as well. The retest was a lower high followed by a lower high on the price. So this action was actually really healthy. There's no problems here at all. So then I mentioned that we were going to see a drop depending on whether we had a bearish divergence or not. And as a low end, this box would still have been really healthy. We didn't reach it, but what did we do? We did manage to get a little bit of a lower low on RSI, but a higher low on the price action. This is only on the 1 hour chart. Okay, so for now, my opinion is that, well, my guess, because you know, opinions, everybody has opinions and only yours matters, so do not trade off of my opinion, please. But my guess would be that right now we would continue to range. Now, as we were making this new peak here and stuff, let me remove the red ones and let's draw the new ones. Okay, now here we see that we have found a new channel. We are testing on both sides. So we went to the upside of the channel. This was our second point. So you cannot draw a line if you only have 1 point. Okay, if people will claim that they already expected this channel to form, this is crystal bullshit. This is impossible. You need a second point to draw a line. It's pure math. This is basic math. You must have learned this in high school. Yeah, so I hope you guys understand this and that you can see this as well. Now that we have tested this line, it's okay to assume that right now on the way up, we will have a retest of this area. Now, is this going to break or not? That is the question. Now, we tested the bottom of this line a few times. Here on this low, we did pierce a little bit through because I had it drawn like this. Does this mean it's gonna break? Possible. It could be. It could be. So what about this line? Keep an eye on it. If you have somehow the impression that it's going to break, we might have a retest of the lower box. If the lower box doesn't hold, we might have a retest of this one. If all this fails, chances are we're going down and we will be ranging for the full range of this wider channel. Okay, this is a lot of ifs and then. This is the only way that you can trade. So go level by level, take it slow, and try to set up your positions as close as possible to the point where you would feel like this is the point of no return, because this is where you want to have your stop loss and you want to have your entry point as close as possible to your stop loss. I hope all this makes a lot of sense. Now, on the upside, because it's not all negative, on the upside, the stochastics have turned around. They made a nice little curly. They seem like they want to reject the bearish control zone. We're still not out of the woods, of course, but already this shows that here we did find some real support. RSI on the really low time frame. We did see here a lower low. This is a higher low compared to this one. So we have low, higher low, low, lower low. On a 1 hour chart, this means just like, in my opinion, this means like, okay, this is going to be a solid bottom, and we're going to start ranging to the upper side of the range that we've been forming. Now, this doesn't mean like a full-on reversal, because a 1 hour time frame doesn't really give this much strength to the reads, but already it's a good start. Now, of course, we want to go up in the higher time frames and see whether the higher time frames give us a similar read. Now, here on this low, first thing we notice is that it's a little bit higher than this low, while the low on the RSI here is this low compared to this one is a little bit, well, quite some lower. So we have low, higher low, low, lower low. And now, please say it out loud. What does this mean? This is a divergence, right? Bullish. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm a little playful today, you know. On the bearish side, we do see that we have just a normal continuation pattern, which is pretty good. We have the high, lower high, high, lower high. So there's no build-up in bearish momentum on the first glance on the 2 hour chart. But what does this mean? We might see the price range up a little bit higher. But now the question is, what does this imply for the future? Now, if price would be reaching this area here, let's say 11,550, we're going to do a little quick math. Well, I'm not going to do the quick math. It's our dear pigs is his indicator. Remember, Biggs' indicator, the RSI and EMA, is an amazing indicator. This is early in the stream, so yeah, I'm gonna promote it. If you guys like this indicator and you would like to use it the way I do it, you can find it for free in the TradingView indicators. Just type PIG, and then you will see a whole list of indicators that he has for free. You just click on the RSI and EMA and bam, there you have it. Just look at the way I use it and probably you could use it in the same way. Now, what do we see here? 11,550, which is exactly more or less the high of this high, would give us a 59 RSI read. So 59 RSI, the high here are 61.80, 61.25. So basically, if we bounce off of this area and we don't manage to break it, we're gonna be seeing a little bit more downtrend. But on the other hand, it's just like splitting hairs. If we would go to, let's say here, the upper side of the range, let's call it 1180. Let's just enter it. Let's just enter. Let's leave this. 11,580. So 11,580. That would still be a little too close for comfort. RSI would only be at 60.5. So basically, chances are that we're going to stay inside of this channel, inside of this range for a little bit longer if we don't really break out. Let's see how much we need for an actual breakout. So here we will have RSI at 62. So RSI at 62, we need to break 11,598.5. Let's call it 11,600. Okay, 11,600, and we should be in the clear. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab this line, and we're going to go to 11. 598. Oh, see, so look, as price is changing, you can see that the outcome for a 62 RSI also does change. Okay, so like I said, RSI is kind of a particular indicator which reads strength between the buyers and the sellers, the longers and the shorters. It's not because price is moving up that the relation between sellers and buyers is the same. If pressure builds up, if volume builds up, then that will also affect the outcome of how high price will get with a 62 RSI. So keep that in mind. You know, it's not because I shout out a level right now that it's going to be exact to the T, because as time progresses, a lot more variables are going to fluctuate. So remember, make your own TA for yourself. Okay, do not copy what I say. You can copy what I do. Okay, now let's just, for funs and giggles, put this little line here. If we manage to break above and close above it, then probably, you know what, I'm just going to play it safe, and I will take the wick of this high. There we go. The wick is at 11,623.6 on Bitstamp and on ByBit. I'm going to look at my other screen for this. 26.5, 11.6, 26.5. Okay, so it's pretty darn close, just a few dollars in difference, so we're not gonna quibble about that. Now stochastics are starting to curl back up on the 2-hour time frame. This trend line here, it doesn't mean a thing anymore, so you know what, we're just going to move it up, and we're going to use it in order to map those little retests here. As you can see, there has been a retest of 2 times already. We go for the 3rd time, so this might actually look kind of sorta valid. Now on the longer term, let's go a little bit further out, because like I said, I like to go from lower time frames to higher time frames to all sorts of time frames. And there we go, we have our median line back into play. As you can see, this is only a medium line. Yeah, this is not a line that I expect to be respected a lot, but it's a little bit like splitting the channel in 2 areas. Now we see that slowly we are moving in the lower area of this channel. Now let's extend this a little bit further. As you can see, if we would range within this channel, we could see the blue box being retested. Maybe even have like a move outside of the channel, finish by touching this lower end. All this is possible. This is right now just trying to imagine every kind of possible scenario. Of course, you know, we could see like a swipe and a swipe and a swipe. Everything is possible. This is crypto. And we could also see like a retake of this upper area and boom, go up. So right now, since we are in the middle of this area, RSI is in the middle of this area, it's very hard to tell whether this red dotted line is going to be respected or not. And maybe let's take the closes of the candles as a better reference point. Yeah, you could do something like this. I could live with that. What do you think, guys? Could you live with it, or do you think I'm pushing too much? All right. All right. Now, if we would go down to this box, let's have a little recalculation of where this would put us. We have our low RSI here sitting at 32.7, let's say. Let's go here, 32.7. So we would be seeing 32.7 at 11,062. Now, 11,062 is smack the middle of this blue box. Would this give us a divergence already? That is a question. It would be getting close. Let's call it, let's go for 32.0. Just 32 around. We would have to drop to 11,041. 11,041, you know, if we test the bottom of this box, it's a go. It's a good one. Now, everything below here, as long as we don't break the green line, I think we should be fine. We should be seeing and expecting a strong move up. Now, let's have a look at the next low on the RSI, which is sitting at 29.36. That's not going to be a lot lower. 29.36. Yeah, 10,953. So basically, as long as we stay above the orange line, we are starting to build up a stronger and stronger case for the bulls. So does that mean that I expect price to go down from here now? Well, not exactly. Like I said, if we start breaking here and making new higher highs, I think it's safe to say that we are going to keep seeing higher highs. Of course, if we start making lower lows and lower highs, then, you know, remember this is a downtrend on the short term nonetheless, but it's a downtrend, then I would be targeting some of those areas and keeping an eye at whether RSI is respecting the read and following the read, so you have confirmation of what you're seeing before making a decision. Okay, so if volume, if we get really low volume, it might be that these RSI numbers are going to be completely different. If we see a little more snaking around, this could also affect all these numbers. Okay, so like I said, this is just a picture of right now, and this is what we're seeing right now. Right now is actually one of the most difficult times to say which way is going to go and what is going to happen, because we are in the middle of the range of this green channel and we are in the middle of the range of this orange channel. Basically, I could not have picked a worse time to start streaming, but I'm trying to stay on top of it, and I try to keep to the same times, to the same schedule, so that you guys can log in and follow my streams every day on the same time. But of course, you know, price is unpredictable. It's not because I'm logging on that we are just reaching a bottom. Yesterday we were actually reaching and testing a bottom, and that was actually a very fun stream, because we had a lot more conclusive things to talk about. But right now, since we are in the middle, the only thing that you can do for now is waiting it out, see how far it ranges, and then redo your technical analysis, see where we are sitting with respect of our RSI and respect of all the other things that I've shown you, and also maybe use the extra stuff that you know, because it's not because I'm sticking to those indicators that there aren't many other things that you could use just to look at the price chart and then see if the indicator agrees with what you think you're seeing. Okay, don't go the other way around. Don't look for indicators and then just snap onto some random price, because then you're moving backwards. This is not how it works. Let's have a look at the volume profile, because volume profile also tells us a lot. Right here we can see that we are just below the node that's sticking out here. It served a little bit as a support, as a springboard to the upside. Having a large volume node doesn't mean it's support or resistance. It means that there's a lot of buying or selling action, and that could give you a boost or a resistance either way. You know, it is very possible that here we have a lot of people getting ready to buy in and push the price up. Of course, also in the other direction, it's possible that right here we have an area where there's a lot of selling going on and that people are just pushing price down. So same levels as yesterday, nothing has changed. On the downside, we still have our point of control being sitting here at 10,900. We have a little node here smack in the middle of the blue box, which could also form a little bit of support. And then, of course, once we start breaking out and breaking out, we will have our next area of resistance probably sitting here at 11,730, 11,750. You know what? Let's have it here on 11,730, and let's have a look to see what RSI levels we would start seeing once we reach this number. So 730. Kablam. If price on a 4-hour chart goes to 11,730, we would have an RSI of 66. Now, looking at the high of this level, this would be a big problem, because right here we would actually have another bearish divergence. Okay, keep this one in mind. If we would want to see price make a healthy move up, we need to break 82 on the RSI level. And now let's do it the other way around. 82.5, just that. That would mean we would have to see price shoot up to 12,623. Okay, now wait up. I'm going to redo this little math exercise because I have a feeling something didn't quite go right. No, this looks pretty right. But, this is a big but. The 82 read is on this area. Okay. It's this one. Now the high of the formation is sitting here. Now let's take another color for this one. And this is this area here. Now this high has an RSI of 69.7. Let's call it 70. Okay, to form a higher high compared to this one, we would need to see a price of 11,830. Whoops. So this was actually really close to where we had that line set for the lower time frames. So you see how these things are going to start mashing up together. Is it impossible to see the price range up and move up? It's perfectly possible. So again, this is another thing that you really want to keep your eyes on. Is this going to be a strong move? I think if we manage to reach this high, I don't think we will see a strong continuation. I think this will be a point where we will start to reset and cool down the RSI before we go up again. The stronger move, that's what I'm thinking. You know, do not trade off of my opinions. Follow it up. See if we reach there, if it gets confirmed or not, because this is a game of probabilities and chances. You know, it's not like playing the roulette or something. I hope you don't play it like you played a roulette, but still, as time goes on, a lot of things can be factored in. And this is where it becomes tricky. It's impossible, like some channels are, and I keep bashing on those channels. You know, I hope those guys forgive me, but I think this just gives crypto trading and all these things a very bad reputation. There is no way, there is nobody who can predict the future. That's as clear as day. All you can do is have your set of possibilities, your probabilities, and as time moves on, you will be able to deduct, to remove the ones that are invalid until you start reaching and narrowing down more on exactly what kind of reaction to expect. This is where you need to start setting your trades. You know, be patient. Don't try to jump in on any possible high or low that you'll see, because this is literally playing the roulette. You'd be better off gambling, because there are other ways of calculating your chances and risk and stuff in gambling if you really want to gamble every turn you get. Now I know if we move up, there are these nodes that are actually getting thinner and thinner. And as you can see, if we manage to close way above 12,000, like let's say 12,050, there is like a lot of clear blue sky above us. Now, I'm going to move up to the daily chart, because this is one that is very, very interesting. I hope you remember this yellow line here that I've been drawing on the volume. And what can we see? This is crazy. This volume profile, this volume line is like almost completely full. Volume is following this trend line, and eventually it's going to break out. There will be a strong move. It could be to the upside, it could be to the downside. Both are equally valid. A breakout, an expected breakout, is not an expected direction, you know, but you can feel it coming. Just like when you're putting your hand on the ground and the train is closing in, you can feel it coming. It's coming. Something big is coming. Now, I would suggest for you guys to keep your eyes peeled and be ready at least to set up for a breakout. Breakout trades, especially in such a setup, can really be profitable. And the largest breakout trade would be to the upside, because we have less volume, we have less resistance. We would basically be entering a price discovery area where, you know, a lot is possible. I'm not going to be shouting targets, because I hate to do that, and I don't want to sound like this. On the downside, same thing goes. We would need a lot of volume to be pushing down. So we're not going to break down to the infinite and see $4,000 prices, or what is it, 6,500, not in one go. But it could be a significant drop, and going down would only imply that the move back up would be sluggish. So if you see price drop, my opinion would be not to jump in too hard. If you'd see a drop, if I would see a drop, this is what my plan is. If I would see a drop, I would just allow it to drop. See where it bottoms out. Because there's going to be resistance, there's going to be a lot of support somewhere, and it's going to take quite some time to recover from this drop. So there's no pressure there. The only thing that you really want to be jumping on is if you see price really reach above those peaks here, because there's almost no resistance anymore. This is where you really don't want to miss it. Okay, so take your time, go step by step. Right now, we cannot say if we're gonna break out to the top, if we're gonna break up to the bottom. We're stuck on this node here. Both directions are equally valid, and we're like smack in the middle. We could not aim more in the middle than this. You know, we're at 11,365, 11,400. Above us there's a node at 11,800, and below us there is a node at 10,900. Let's call it 11,000. So we are smack in the middle. Go step by step, take it easy. If I see something really phenomenal I will be posting a quick update in the Facebook group, so make sure that you are a member of our Facebook group. The link will be in the description. Just click on the join button. I'm very active, so I will accept you really quickly. It's easy to find, Wolves of ByBit. Same thing goes for YouTube, Wolves of ByBit. Join the channel, join the stream. I'm not going to be doing Twitch anymore because I'm under the impression that YouTube has problems with streams being broadcasted on YouTube and on Twitch at the same time. It's YouTube being YouTube, of course. But YouTube being the more popular platform for these kinds of things, I would prefer to be streaming on YouTube. So go there, subscribe. Remember, if you like the stuff that I do, I'm trying to give as much explanation about why we do certain things in a certain way in a practical example, in a live example. If you like this, if you think this helps you, please think about supporting the channel. I have an affiliate link on ByBit. ByBit is a trading platform that I really recommend, especially for derivatives trading. They only have a few of the larger coins available. There's no trolls, there's no pump and dumps, there's no FUD and fear mongers. The chat box is very friendly. That's like the nicest community I've ever seen, and the support is very active as well. You know, I have never had to wait hours before I got a real person on the line. You just hit up the support chat box, and within 5 minutes you're live chatting with somebody from there. If you join using our affiliate link, you will first of all get the standard bonus that every affiliate link gives you, which is $90 on a 0.02 Bitcoin deposit. Then on top of that, if you contact me, you tell me that you joined the affiliate program under my link, I will be able to give you a lot of awesome perks that are very exclusive to our group. So don't hesitate. There's nothing you will lose. Give it a try. Have a look at it. At worst, you just get $90 for free. All right. So I hope to see you guys on the next stream tomorrow, same day, same channel. Be there, and of course, be square. Happy trading, stay safe, and stay very COVID free. Bye bye, guys.